Something is happening. Quiet, but undeniable. All around the world, women are feeling a spiritual tension in the air. Their dreams are sharper. Their intuition is louder. Their emotions are deeper. They don't know how to describe it with logic, because logic isn't what's speaking. Their spirit is, and their spirit knows. A shift has begun. This isn't random. Heaven is activating a new movement, a rise of chosen women unlike anything seen before. Women who carry faith in their bones. Women who survive storms meant to destroy them. Women who walked through fire but refused to lose their light. The world sees them as ordinary, but the spiritual realm knows the truth. They were marked for a divine purpose long before they were born. Look at your life, the sudden changes, the strange dreams, the sensitivity to energy, the feeling that something is coming. You are not imagining it. You are being awakened. There is a reason so many chosen women are rising at the same time. A reason your spirit refuses to stay silent. A reason your heart feels like it's preparing for something bigger. In this message, the truth will be revealed. The signs, the mission, and the shocking reason heaven is calling you now. Listen carefully, because if you found this video, you were not guided by chance. You were led. Before we continue, if your spirit is already reacting to these words, tap the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and comment 99. The number 99 represents completion in the spiritual realm, the end of an old cycle, and the unlocking of a new one. If you feel that shift happening in you, declare it. Something extraordinary is happening inside chosen women, and even they can feel it. A new kind of strength is awakening. Not loud, not violent, but unshakable. It doesn't come from ego. It doesn't come from pride. It comes from surviving what was designed to break them. These women moved through betrayal, through heartbreak, through seasons of silence where no one defended them, no one protected them, and no one understood their pain. But here is the mystery. The moments that should have destroyed them are the exact moments that activated them. Their silence used to be interpreted as weakness, but now it is a weapon. Because silence taught them to listen. Silence taught them to observe. Silence taught them to trust the voice of God more than the voices of people. The wounds they carry no longer bleed. They teach. Every scar became a scripture. Every tear became a prophecy. Every loss became a revelation. And without even trying, these women are walking in a spiritual authority that makes darkness nervous. You may have noticed it yourself. You answer differently. You react differently. Things that used to shake you no longer affect you the same way. Manipulators can no longer control you. Fake apologies no longer fool you. Love bombing, guilt-tripping, emotional traps, they don't work on you anymore. Why? Because chosen women have reached a point where discernment became stronger than emotion. They are bold, but not bitter. Wise, but not hardened. Peaceful, but not passive. The enemy thought the heartbreak would crush them. He thought abandonment would silence them. He thought disappointment would turn them cold, but instead something supernatural happened. They rose. They realized that every person who left was supposed to leave. Every betrayal was a revelation. Every closed door was divine protection. Their heart didn't die, it evolved. The world doesn't know how to handle women like this. Women who do not beg for love. Women who do not chase validation. Women who are not impressed by lies, titles, or empty promises. Women who live with purpose, not desperation. Women whose faith intimidates demons. Women who walk with God in a way that no human approval can compete with. And listen carefully. This is not confidence. This is not attitude. This is spiritual authority. This is a sign. When a chosen woman reaches the point where she no longer needs permission to exist, she becomes unstoppable. She no longer shrinks herself to make others comfortable. She no longer apologizes for being gifted, blessed, protected, or called. She finally realizes, I was not sent here to fit in. I was sent here to stand out. This shift is global. Women are waking up in different countries, different cultures, different backgrounds, yet the symptoms are the same. A deep inner reassurance, a peace that makes no sense, a boldness that appears out of nowhere, a sudden clarity about who they are and what they will never tolerate again. Without speaking a word, they are stepping into their divine identity, and every spiritual realm feels it. And here is the part that will shake you. When a chosen woman stops doubting her value, her entire destiny accelerates. Doors open, opportunities appear, favor follows her. Not because she is lucky, but because heaven recognizes she is ready. If you are feeling this shift inside your spirit, you are already in the transformation. And what comes next? will change everything. There is a reason so many chosen women are losing people all at once. It feels sudden. It feels strange. It feels like the entire world is pulling away. One moment, you had a circle. The next, it's almost silent. But listen carefully. This is not rejection. This is extraction. Heaven is removing the wrong people from your life before they can contaminate what God is preparing. Toxic partners, gone. Jealous relatives, distant. Fake supporters, exposed. People who used your kindness, manipulated your loyalty, drained your energy, or celebrated your pain, they are being spiritually pushed out. Not because you finally saw the truth, but because your spirit outgrew their darkness. Your elevation demands isolation. Some of these people didn't leave because they wanted to. They left because they were spiritually disqualified. When a woman is chosen, every connection around her is tested. Not everyone can walk with you into your next season. Some relationships were built on illusion, not purpose. Some friendships existed only while you were broken. Some family members could love you only when you stayed small. The moment you began to heal, they began to fear you. And that is why so many chosen women feel alone right now. The silence is not punishment. The distance is not abandonment. You are not being ignored. You are being protected. Because the next chapter of your life cannot be shared with people who would secretly sabotage it. Heaven is clearing your path. Think about it. People you once trusted suddenly revealed their true intentions. Conversations that used to feel warm started turning cold. You noticed envy in eyes that once pretended to support you. You noticed lies in mouths that once claimed loyalty. You didn't ask for this. You didn't push them away. But your spirit changed frequency, and they could no longer stay attached. Chosen women are not losing people. They are being upgraded. God is not subtracting. He is filtering. He is purifying your circle because your destiny cannot be delayed by people who are not aligned with your calling. Some of the people who left would have destroyed your blessing if they stayed long enough to touch it. Some would have poisoned what God is about to give you. Some would have prayed for your failure while pretending to love you. Heaven saw what you didn't. Heaven heard what you couldn't. Heaven knew what you weren't supposed to find out until later. So God intervened. He closed doors without warning, removed people without explanation, ended relationships without your permission. And as painful as it felt, it was divine surgery, not rejection. The loneliness you feel right now is actually training. When you have no one to lean on, you learn to lean on God. When your phone stops ringing, you learn to hear your spirit. When the room is empty, your soul gets louder. This isolation is not a wound, it is preparation. The path of a chosen woman is narrow, not because she is unloved, but because she is set apart. And here is the mystery most people never understand. Before God introduces divine connections, He first removes counterfeit ones. Before He brings destiny people, He exposes opportunists. Before He opens doors, He clears the hallway. So if the universe has been clearing your life lately, don't panic. Don't chase anyone. Don't apologize for outgrowing them. Anyone who left was not assigned to your future. Destiny doesn't need permission from people who were only meant to be a temporary chapter. And yet, the true twist is coming. Because isolation is not the end. It is the transition. Something or someone is being prepared for you even now. And when it arrives, you will understand why everyone else had to go. One of the clearest signs of this spiritual phenomenon is the evolution of intuition. Chosen women are not simply getting better at reading people. Something far deeper is happening. Their spirit is waking up, and with that awakening comes a level of discernment that can't be taught, can't be faked, and cannot be turned off. They can sense energy before words are even spoken. They can feel intentions before actions happen. A stranger can smile, but something inside their soul whispers, "Be careful." A friend can say, "I love you," yet their spirit hears the jealousy hidden beneath the sentence. This is not paranoia. This is protection. This is heaven giving warnings in silence. Suddenly, conversations feel different. Voices feel different. Rooms feel different. The chosen woman doesn't need proof. She doesn't need evidence. Her spirit speaks first, and every time she ignored that voice in the past, she paid a painful price. That's why now, when intuition speaks, she listens. Because this is not fear. This is divine intelligence. Dreams have shifted too. They're not random anymore. They are messages, symbols, revelations. Dreams are exposing enemies, revealing lies, announcing blessings. Some women are waking up with answers they never studied, strength they didn't have the night before, or warnings they couldn't have known through logic. This is what happens when heaven communicates spiritually. The natural world becomes too slow, so God speaks directly to the soul. And then, there are the signs. Repeated numbers, meaningful coincidences, songs appearing at the perfect moment, phrases that feel like they were written specifically for you. Most people call it coincidence. Chosen women call it confirmation. Because when the physical world starts aligning with the spiritual world, that's not luck, that's guidance. Even thoughts are changing. It's like a new voice is living inside their mind. A wiser voice, a stronger voice, a voice that warns, don't go there. A voice that says, something isn't right. A voice that whispers, walk away now. And every time they obey that voice, they avoid disaster. Every time they trust it, things fall into place. This is not imagination. This is activation. The enemy used to trick them with sweet words, with fake apologies, with promises that were never real. But deception has lost its power. A chosen woman can feel a lie even when someone speaks with a straight face. She can sense darkness even when someone hides behind a smile. She can recognize a snake even if it comes disguised as an angel. That's why she doesn't fall for manipulation anymore. That's why she doesn't chase validation anymore. She sees through everything. It's not that people changed. It's that her eyes opened. Spiritual awakening is not gentle. It strips illusions. It exposes intentions. It forces truth where lies used to live comfortably. And once a chosen woman sees the truth, she can never unsee it. This level of discernment is the reason some people suddenly feel uncomfortable around her. They can't lie to her anymore. They can't control her anymore. Fake love no longer impresses her. Empty words no longer move her. She isn't harder. She's wiser. She's not colder. She's protected. And here is the part many do not understand. Discernment is not a gift she asked for. It is a gift she earned, through betrayal, through disappointment, through spiritual battle. Through every moment she cried to God asking, why did they do this to me? The answer was always the same. So you would see. Now she sees. And if you are feeling this spiritual sensitivity rising inside you, trust it. It's not a mistake. It's not imagination. It's evidence that heaven is training you for what's coming next. And what's coming requires eyes that can see beyond the surface. Here's the part most people never understand about chosen women. Nothing in their life has been easy. Nothing was handed to them. Nothing was painless. Their journey was built through seasons of heartbreak, disappointment, rejection, and silent suffering. But instead of collapsing under that weight, something supernatural happened. Their pain turned into power. Every heartbreak taught them who they are not, so they could discover who they truly are. Every betrayal opened their eyes to the difference between love and manipulation. Every tear washed away illusions, exposing truth. Pain did not destroy chosen women. It sculpted them. It refined their character, sharpened their spirit, and forced them to grow in ways comfort never could. Other women break and stay broken, but chosen women break and rise differently, not bitter but wiser, not cold but guarded, not closed but selective. Their heart didn't die, it evolved. They learned that loving deeply doesn't mean tolerating abuse. They learned that forgiveness doesn't require reconciliation. They learned that silence is not weakness, it is strategy. You see, the devil was never attacking their past. He was attacking their future. He wasn't after the woman they were. He was terrified of the woman they were becoming. So he used the people closest to them, the ones they trusted, the ones they loved, the ones they defended. Not strangers, familiar faces, because only someone close can cut deep enough to damage the soul. But here is the divine twist. What was meant to destroy them became the very thing that awakened them. The devil tried to silence them. Instead, it made their voice stronger. He tried to break their spirit. Instead, it made their faith unshakable. He tried to bury them. Instead, he planted them. And now, they are growing in ways the enemy never anticipated. Pain gave them X-ray vision of the soul. They can read people without needing them to speak. Pain taught them boundaries. Pain gave them self-respect. Pain taught them to protect their spirit like sacred ground. They don't fall for the same traps anymore. They don't ignore red flags. They don't keep doors open for people who should never return. Chosen women don't just survive storms. They harvest the lightning and turn it into power. They take the same fire that burned them and turn it into a torch to guide others. That's why chosen women are dangerous to darkness. They turn wounds into wisdom. They turn trauma into testimony. They turn pain into purpose. And here's the proof of their calling. The attacks were not random. They were targeted. Theft proves value. Warfare proves destiny. The enemy only fights what he fears. And he feared what chosen women would become once they realized their worth. Look at how much stronger you are now. Look how your standards changed. Look how your faith grew. Look how your spirit refuses to settle for less. Look how you stopped chasing love and started attracting it. That didn't happen because life was gentle with you. It happened because life tried to break you and failed. The pain wasn't the end. It was the beginning. The enemy wrote your downfall, but God rewrote your destiny. And now every scar is a reminder that you survived what should have destroyed you. And here is the part that will shake your soul. Your greatest pain often arrives right before your greatest breakthrough. The enemy hits hardest right before God elevates. If you feel that pressure right now, it means something powerful is about to be released in your life. There is a divine reason chosen women survived everything sent to destroy them. The pain was never just pain. The isolation was never just isolation. The spiritual awakening was never just awakening. It was training, preparation, alignment. Because now, heaven is releasing a new mission. Chosen women are stepping into a chapter where their voice matters. Their presence matters. Their story matters. They were silent for years, holding in emotions, swallowing disappointments, letting the world speak over them. But silence has expired. A chosen woman who finds her voice becomes unstoppable. She speaks with truth. She speaks with authority. She speaks with experience that no book, no sermon, no lecture could ever teach. Her words carry weight because they were born from suffering and sculpted by God Himself. Some chosen women will lead movements. Some will write books. Some will create businesses. Some will raise powerful children. Some will heal others with the same love they once needed. Some will teach, guide, inspire, or speak life into souls that lost hope. Their mission will not look the same, but the source will. Every one of them was chosen for a purpose that transcends their past. And look at what's happening now. Doors are opening that were once glued shut. Opportunities are appearing out of nowhere. People who once ignored them now want to connect. The same environments that rejected them suddenly need their gifts. Why? Because timing is everything. When it wasn't your season, nothing worked. But when it is your season, nothing can stop it. Favor is increasing, and it's not accidental. A chosen woman walks with invisible protection. When she steps into a room, the atmosphere shifts. People can feel her strength without her saying a word. Even her presence makes darkness uncomfortable. That's why some people treated her with hostility, not because of who she was, but because of the spiritual power she carried. But now the world can no longer dim her light. She will rise in places where she was once underestimated. She will shine in spaces where she was once unwanted. She will succeed in areas where she was once doubted. Because her elevation is not powered by human approval, it is powered by divine assignment. This is the season of acceleration. Not slow blessings, not delayed victory. Acceleration. What took others 10 years will take her 1. What others had to beg for will come to her naturally. What others lost, she will recover in double portion. Heaven is not just restoring her. Heaven is advancing her. This is also a season of restoration. Everything she thought was gone is coming back in a greater form. Her confidence, her joy, her energy, her faith, her voice, her dignity, her identity, her dreams. God is not returning what she lost. God is giving something better than she ever imagined. And yes, this is a season of spiritual authority. Chosen women are no longer praying from a place of weakness. They are commanding from a place of power. When they pray, things move. When they speak, things shift. When they declare, heaven responds. So if you are watching this and feeling something awakening inside of you, it's not coincidence. It's activation. Everything you've been through was preparing you for this exact moment. You are not stepping into the future. The future is being released into you. And yet, there is one final revelation, one final truth, one final message that every chosen woman needs to hear before this video ends. Listen, if you made it to this moment, it is not because you were curious. It is because your spirit recognized the truth. Every chosen woman watching this is not here by coincidence. You were pulled here, called here, drawn here. Something powerful is moving in the hidden world, and your soul can feel it. God is lifting women who were ignored, underestimated, betrayed, abandoned, silenced, and forgotten, and turning them into warriors of light. You are not the same woman you were yesterday. Something inside you shifted. Something inside you awakened. You are stepping into an identity the enemy never wanted you to discover. You survived storms that would have destroyed others. You walked through fire and came out carrying the oil of wisdom. Pain tried to poison you, but God used it to purify you. The world tried to break you, but heaven rebuilt you. Darkness tried to silence you, but your voice is rising with divine authority. The enemy failed. Every attack, every betrayal, every night you cried, every door that closed, every person who walked away, none of it defeated you. Instead, it prepared you. You are stronger now, wiser now, sharper now, and every force that worked against you is about to witness your elevation. You are stepping into a supernatural season, not of survival, but of victory. Not of delay, but acceleration. Not of emptiness, but overflow. The hand of God is on your life, and nothing can stop what He has ordained. You are entering a chapter where blessings chase you, favor surrounds you, and purpose guides every step you take. So hear this with your soul. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are chosen. And chosen women do not rise by chance. They rise by calling. If your spirit feels this message, declare it publicly. Break the silence of your old season and step into your new one. Comment below, "I am a chosen woman of God." Say it with faith. Say it with authority. Say it like heaven is listening. Because this is not just motivation. This is confirmation. This is your moment. This is your awakening. This is your season. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will stop what God is about to release in your life.